A Vietnamese man grabbed another man by the hair, and he didn't dare resist. The man was clearly taller than the Vietnamese captor, but he could only bow his head and bend over, because it was Vietnam in 1966, and maybe the only way to survive was to submit. He was taken into a village in Laos. Facing the villagers, he forced a smile, believing in the old saying, "Don't hit a smiling face." But reality slapped him hard. When the Vietnamese man ordered him to sit, he obediently sat. When told to lie down, he lay down. Then he was tied up and left to bake under the scorching sun. He said he needed to defecate, but no one could understand him. In the end, he soiled himself, and no one gave him a change of clothes. Then his feet were tied with rope, and he was dragged by a cow. They even kicked dirt into his face. He struggled violently on the ground, but it was useless. After some unknown amount of time, he woke to find himself hanging upside down, his face tied to a hornet's nest, while several Vietnamese men kept spinning him around. At that moment, he felt like a lamb being led to slaughter. Before long, he passed out again. Before he even had a chance to regain consciousness, he was shoved into a well, forced to tiptoe just to keep his head above water and breathe, until the Vietnamese grew bored and dumped him into a broken prison deep in the jungle. The man had been a pilot, flying missions over Vietnam, when he was shot down and fell into the Vietnamese jungle. Inside the prison were several other pilots like him, captured after being shot down over Vietnam, now prisoners of war. Some had been held for over 2 years. Looking at the emaciated men, it was clear life here was brutal. Their only hope was for the fighting to stop, hoping the government would negotiate their freedom. Days dragged on painfully, and it seemed even their minds began to break, like this man's. Nighttime was the hardest. Their hands were locked together, their feet tightly bound, leaving them unable to turn over or find any comfort.